Good morning, class. This is for EC 6th semester. Today we are going to discuss about alternating forms of pull-up. As we have already discussed about pull-up and pull-down transistors in NMOS inverter and CMOS inverter. So, as the name alternating forms of pull-up is that if we are going to use a different kind of transistors in the pull-up network. First, we will see what is a pull-up network and pull-down network. Now, if you see the circuit, wherever a complementary metal oxide semiconductor circuit is used, and in this circuit, CMOS transistor circuit having two parts. One is pull-up and is network, pull-up network, and second is pull-down network. Our today's topic is alternating forms of pull-up, means if we are replacing the pull-up network with the different kind of transistor, then what will happen, what the characteristics will be, how the output will change, and whether it is going to affect the output or not. This is today's topic. So let us proceed with first one, that is and in pull-up network, wherever we need to have a PMOS, we are using a load resistor here. This arrangement will give C inverter output, CMOS inverter output, but this is not widely used because of the large space requirements of resistors produced in a silicon substrate. So the problem with having load resistance in the pull-up network is that it is not that much easy to fabricate, and it takes more space for fabricating on a silicon substrate. So the next circuit we have as NMOS depletion mode transistor pull-up. That means in CMOS inverter, in pull-up part I have NMOS depletion mode transistor. If we use a depletion mode NMOS transistor, then how characteristics are going to affect. This arrangement is having one NMOS depletion mode transistor at pull-up network and one NMOS enhancement type transistor at a pull-down network. In this circuit, we see dissipation is high because rail-to-rail current flows when V input is at logic 1. So V input, when the input is equal to 1 or a logic 1, this pull down transistor act as a closed circuit. Even pull up transistor act as a closed switch. So what is happening here, there is current which is flowing from VDD to ground side. So switching of output from 1 to 0 begins when V input exceeds the threshold voltage. If you observe the graph, wherever the output as V output, it is a graph between V input and V output. It starts switching, to 0, begins to 0, means when V input is 1, spontaneously it will not give a output 0. But when V input crossing the threshold voltage, at the time the output is becoming 0. But according to graph, it is shown that the output is non-zero. So when switching the output from 1 to 0, the pull-up device is non-saturated initially, and this presents lower resistance through which to charge capacitive loads. So always pull-up network is in non-saturated region. As it is a non-saturated region, little bit of charge will be present in capacitive loads and it will never make output becomes 0. So some current flows in the circuit. But when V input is crossing the threshold voltage, as depletion mode transistor is in non-saturated region, the output never becomes 0. So let us see what happens if we replace pull-up network with NMOS enhancement mode transistor. So our third case is NMOS enhancement type pull-up, in which we use NMOS enhancement transistor at pull-up network, and NMOS enhancement transistor as a pull down network. Both are of enhancement type and both are of NMOS transistor. So in NMOS enhancement mode as a pull-up, the CMOS inverter having two NMOS transistors which are connected in series. The important features of this arrangement are, first as dissipation is high because current flows when V input is equal to 1, input voltage as 1. We have also seen in previous case also when we have used the depletion mode as a transistor, if VGS is positive, second case is if VGS is positive, then current flows and gate voltage is more positive than source, so VGG is connected to VDD. We can also say that if we apply the voltage between gate and source, that is VGS is positive, means that positive voltage at gate then source. Source of pull-up transistor is grounded towards the downside and drain is at upper side towards the positive side. So gate is connected at the upper side. Therefore VGG is equal to VDD. So V output can never reach VDD, means logic 1, if VGG is equal to VDD. Means sum of the voltage which will be used here to create the channel or to form the channel. So VGG may be derived from the switching source so that dissipation can be greatly reduced. If VGG is higher than VDD, then an extra supply is required, means VGG is whatever we are providing that is greater than VDD. One more power supply line we need to give up to the pull-up transistor. So that's why whenever we use NMOS enhancement mode as a pull-up network, then output is never reaching the maximum value. It will be down by value of VTH1, and even when input is maximum, the output is always non-zero and never becoming zero, and that is the case of NMOS enhancement type pull-up arrangement. And last case is if we use a complementary transistor as a pull-up. Now case 4 is complementary transistor pull-up transistor. As even we have seen this one in previous case also, no current flows either for 0 or for 1 input, for logic 1 input, it is having the maximum values. So full logic 1 and 0 levels are presented at the output. So whenever we are giving the input V input as 0 or low level, then it is presenting a maximum value, means output as 1. And when the input is 1 or high level, then it is presenting a minimum value, means in output as 0. We can also say that if V input is positive, then NMOS works and PMOS is in off state, so V output is 0 because of enhancement type MOSFET. But if V input is negative or 0, then PMOS works, NMOS act as a open switch, then output is equal to VDD, means 1. So that's why we have seen the different regions of operation of CMOS inverter. First region is when V input is 0. V input 0 means PMOS is turned on while the NMOS is turned off. P is on and N is off. So there is no current flows by the inverter and output is connected directly to VDD through the PMOS transistor. At the output, a good logic 1 is present. This region. Second region is in region 2, the voltage at input has increased to a level which exceeds the threshold voltage of NMOS transistor, the NMOS transistor conducts, and between source and drain a large voltage is present, so it is in saturation region. The PMOS transistor is also conducting but very small voltage across it, so it is in non-saturated or unsaturated, or we can say resistive region. A very small current flows through inverter, so very small current flows through inverter from VDD to VSS, that is ground. In third region, the inverter voltage exhibits gain, means in which both the transistors are in saturation. We know that both the transistors are in saturation, so they act as current sources. So the two current sources are in series between VDD and VSS, means between power supply VDD and ground, in this region with the output voltage coming from common point. Next is fourth region. This region is similar to region 2, but PMOS and NMOS transistor working reversed. The current magnitude in region 4 and region 2 are small and mostly energy consumed due to switching from one state to another, and also due to large current flows in region 3. And last region is region 5. In this, NMOS transistor is an on state and PMOS transistor is an off state, so no current flows from VDD to ground, and logic 0 appears at the output. That means when V input is at logic 1, pull down transistor is an on state and pull up transistor is an off state, so no current flows from VDD to VSS, and V output is equal to 0. So that's all about the alternating forms of pull-up transistors. There are four cases of alternating forms of pull-up. First one is resistive load, second is NMOS depletion mode transistor, third is NMOS enhancement mode transistor, and last one is the CMOS pull-up transistor. That's all about the alternating forms of pull-up. Thank you.